it out.
All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 16.
Bring it out!
For thou I preach the gospel. I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yeah, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
So woe unto me if I preach not this gospel. So destruction is going to happen to me if I do not do this work then.
That's right.
So this is life or death. You got to be serious about this walk. Can't play games with the Most High. Woe unto me if I preach not this gospel. Verse 17.
Verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward.
So if I do this willingly, joyfully, I will have a reward.
That's right. For I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
That's a good one.
So the Most High has given us the responsibility to do this work. So we're walking away from doing this work. We are walking away from the Most High, walking away from our responsibilities.
That's right.
It's not cool at all. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
First, we got to give all praise, glory, and honor to our Creator and Maker, Yahawah, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahawah. This is Mikael, I'm just a servant of the Most High God here, my brothers and brothers, the chosen, truth beyond the surface, temple family. And we're here to teach and reach our people. We're here to bring the information and edification from Genesis all the way to Revelation.
That's right.
We're here to teach and we're here to prophesy. We're not going to tell you no lies or deceit like Pastor Porkchop, because we're going to bring out the oracles of Yahawah, Bashem, Yahawah.
That's right.
All praise. Let's break them off the scripture. Start with
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 26, 18 and 19.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 26, verse 18 and 19. And thy Elohim have avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people.
Hold it. So the Most High has avouched. Avouched is an old English word for appointed. So he appointed you, so-called black man, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Native American man, woman, to be his chosen people out of all nations, to be his peculiar people. Peculiar means treasure. You are his possession. Read that again.
And thy Elohim have avouched thee this day to be his peculiar people, as he hath promised thee.
Come on, give verse 19.
And that thou shouldest keep all his commandments, and to make thee high above all nations, which he hath named and praised, and in name and in honor, and that thou mayest be a holy people unto thy Elohim Yahawah, and he has spoken.
Come on, so we're his chosen people. We have the responsibility to keep the commandments. And because we are living in sin and iniquity and not keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High, we are at the bottom of society. Thus says the Lord, this is why we are at the bottom, because we are not keeping the commandments. We don't know who we are according to the Most High. So we're sitting at the bottom of society. Next, give me Haggai chapter 1, start at verse 2. Haggai chapter 1, start at verse 2. So-called black, Hispanic, Native American man and woman, you are the chosen people of the Most High God. And it's time to build the house of the Lord. We got soldiers all across the country teaching on the highways and byways. We got social media flooded with posts telling people who they are according to the Bible. So it's time to take action and build the house of the Lord. Bring it out. Haggai chapter 1, start at verse 2.
The book of Haggai! The book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 2. Thus speaketh thy Elohim of hosts, saying, this people say, the time is not come, the time that thy Elohim's house shall be built.
Also, we're getting this information, knowing who we are. The earth is helping the woman with artifacts, books, that we're supposed to come back to these law, statutes, commandments, but people still don't want to take action on it, saying the time has not come yet. Keep going.
Then came the word of thy Elohim by Haggai the prophet, saying, is it time for you, O you, to dwell in your sealed houses, and this house lie waste?
So we live in comfort in our homes. We got iPods, cars, some of the comforts of life. So we're not thinking about the Most High right now. We're not going to come out on the streets and teach our people. We're not going to do sit-downs at home, teaching and edifying our people. We're not investing no time studying the scriptures so we can increase the talents that the Most High gave us. We're comfortable in Esau society.
Verse 5, now therefore, thus saith thy Elohim of hosts, consider your ways.
So we need to consider our ways, examine our lives, and filter through the scriptures to see if we're in line with the Most High or not.
Verse 6, ye have sown much and bring in little. You eat, but ye have not enough. You drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye are clothed, but there is no warmth. And then that earneth wages, to put it into a bag with holes.
So your wages are put in a bag of holes because we are cursed as a people because we're not keeping the law, statute, commandments. Some of you guys don't want to come out and keep the Shabbat with us because you're trying to work for Esau and get that extra paycheck. You're not worried about building the house of the Most High. You're trying to build your own personal house through greed and covetousness.
That's right.
We need to put the Most High first instead of putting our own interests first. Some of you guys pedestal put your women above the Most High, trying to please her when our job is to please our head, which is Yahawah.
That's right. Choose life,
All of us can never get ahead in society because we're not putting the Most High first.
Verse 7, thus saith thy Elohim of hosts, consider your ways. Go up to the mountain and bring wood and build the house, and I will take pleasure in it, and I will be glorified, saith thy Elohim.
So let's get to work now. The Most High has provided us with the knowledge and information to build this house, to go out to the streets and edify our people. Worcester is a big city, the second largest city in Massachusetts, I believe, with a population of over 800,000 people. There's only a few of us out here right now teaching the word. If we had the double amount, we could be more effective in pushing this word, this truth out.
That's right.
So we need to come out here and support the work of the Most High and build this house.
That's right.
Keep going.
Verse 9, ye looked for much, and lo, it came to little. And when ye brought it home, I did blow open it. Why? Saith thy Elohim of hosts, because of mine house that is waste, and ye run every man unto his own house.
And this is the white man's kingdom. This is not our kingdom. So most of us are not going to be able to get ahead in this kingdom. Most of us are going to be broke living from check to check. So we're trying to contend for the kingdom of heaven, which is the New Jerusalem, which is where streets are made out of gold. There's nothing in this society for us. So we need to put our priorities on the Most High.
Verse 10, therefore the heaven over you is stayed from dew, and the earth is stayed from her fruit. And I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands.
So because we neglected the Most High and putting His priorities first above ours, the Most High has brought a drought upon the land. And we're living in a drought right now. You cannot find real foods in the grocery stores. Most of the foods are genetically modified. When you go to your grocery store, the natural or organic section is this small, and the rest of the store is filled with garbage.
That's right.
If you're hungry, you want to get a hamburger at McDonald's, you can't find real meat there because they put horse meat in the hamburgers.
That's right.
Chicken McNuggets have silicone in it. You cannot find real food nowadays. We're living in a drought. Give me Matthew 24:7.
Matthew 24, verse 7.
Bring it out.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Salaki, wait for this emergency vehicle to go by. living in the last days now where there's nations fighting against nations, earthquakes, pestilence, famines. This is the last days now that Yahawah prophesied about. There's an earthquake in Japan, I believe, a couple days ago, which rocked the country. Famines, you can't find real food, like I said, pestilences, diseases are running rampant in our communities. So we are living in the last days, so it's time to get serious.
That's right.
It's almost time for Yahawah to come back, and we got to get ready. Bring out verse 11, finish out with that.
Verse 11, and I called for a drought upon the land, and upon the mountains, and upon the corn, and upon the new wine, and upon the oil, and upon that which the ground bringeth forth, and upon men, and upon cattle, and upon all the labor of the hands.
That's 11. Yeah, so that's another reason why a lot of us are getting sick and so susceptible to diseases. We're not eating real foods. You cannot make a seedless watermelon. It might look like a watermelon, it might taste like a watermelon, but it's not a watermelon. Because when you genetically modify a watermelon, you are messing up its nutritional properties. The vitamins and minerals are off on it. So our bodies are not getting strengthened and nourished from foods. Because food is supposed to be medicine. And most of us don't have access to real food, unfortunately. Now let's go to Luke chapter 9, verse 62.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 9, verse 62.
Bring it out.
And Jesus said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God.
So no man putting his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom. So you know this truth. You've watched a couple Israelite videos. You've seen posts on Facebook. Or you might have met brothers on the street and dialogue with them, or you may be even kept feast and Shabbat with them. You cannot go back to the rail once you get this information. Being an Israelite is not a seasonal job. It's not a temporary job. Being an Israelite, come back to your heritage, is your duty unto death. So you got to endure to the end. So there's no looking back.
That's right.
We're on the streets now plowing for the lost sheep. Plowing is hard work. Plowing is where you break the ground up and drop the seeds. So we're here to drop seeds and hope, depend on the Most High God, Yahawah, to water and bring it to fruition.
That's right. Bring it out, Ak.
Bring out, Reeves, give me Matthew or Luke 10:2.
The book of Luke, chapter 10, verse 2.
Bring it out.
Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest that he would send forth laborers into his harvest.
So the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few.
That's right.
We don't need people on Facebook posting memes or comments. We don't need no cheerleaders. We need men on the streets, boots on the ground to do this work and put this work forth. There's a lot of work to do out here.
That's right.
And we need every man that's capable to be out here doing this work of Yahawah Bashem, Yahawah Shai. Give me Hebrews chapter 6, verse 4.
Bring it out.
Start at verse 4. Hebrews chapter 6, verse 4. So it's time to stop playing games with the Most High. It's time to do your duty, which is to fear God and keep His commandments.
That's right.
All right, bring it out.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 6, verse 4. For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost, and have tasted the good word of Yahawah and the powers of the world to come.
Wait, we'll start that again.
For if it were possible for those who were once enlightened and had tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Ghost.
So hold it there. So it's impossible to please God once you've been exposed to this knowledge and you've seen the gifts of the Most High working through His prophets, bringing these scriptures out. You have a responsibility to act on it or you're destroyed. So you can't turn your back once you hear this. This isn't no game at all.
For it is impossible for those who were once enlightened and had tasted of the Holy gift and renew them again unto repentance, seeing they crucify to themselves the Son of Yahawah afresh and put him to an open shame.
So those of you brothers that have fellowship with us, kept feast days with us, done sit downs with us, well, if you're falling away, you're renewing the crucifixion of Yahawah. You're making the sacrifice that he did for you, boy.
That's right.
So this is no game. You got to be consistent and endure to the end doing this work.
That's
you cannot
right.
afford to fall off. This is your salvation. You got Ecclesiastes 12. Now let's go to Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Bring it out, Doc. I see it.
Book of Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
So we need to remember the days of the Most High in our youth, so we should be out there working for the Most High in our youth, not waiting till we get older on our deathbed to serve the Most High.
That's right.
To serve the Most High while we have the strength and ability to do this work.
That's right.
Next, let's go to Matthew 25, starting at verse 14.
The book of Matthew 25, verse 14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
Okay.
And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1.
Oh, so the kingdom of heaven is compared to a man going to a far country, and he gave his servants, one servant he gave 5 talents, another servant he gave 2 talents, and the third servant he gave 1 talent. Let's find out what these servants did with the talents. You want to hold it?
Yeah.
All right, Salaki, we got another emergency event.
Oh, they been coming around a lot today, boy.
I be thinking they be riding pairs on purpose. Because they don't be looking in a hurry.
All right, let's go.
To every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents.
So the guy with the 5 talents, we worked with the Most High gave him and multiplied it. And for those that don't know, the talents is this knowledge, keeping the law, statutes, commandments, knowing the name of the Most High, which is Yahawah. The talents is this truth.
That's right.
That's right.
And when the Most High give us our talents, we're supposed to work with it and study, increase our knowledge of the scriptures, and build upon it. Keep going.
Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same, and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that had received 2, he also gained other 2.
Okay, so the guy with the 2 talents multiplied and doubled it from 2 to 4 talents. So he was able to get additional 2 talents with what the Most High, his master gave.
Verse 18. But he that had received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came and brought over 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more. Verse 21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant.
So the person with 5 talents that doubled it and brought additional 5 talents, he got a well done, good, and faithful servant.
That's right.
So that's what we want to do. We want to increase the talents that the Most High gave us so we can get a well done, good, and faithful servant at judgment time.
God, thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
So he says, since you've been faithful over a few things, he's going to make you a ruler over many things. Give me Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. Revelation chapter 2, verse 26. And hold it there.
Bring it out, Doc.
Yep.
Revelation 2, verse 26.
Bring it out.
And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
That's right.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
He gave you the battery?
Wait, hold it. So
In my bag.
that's the end game right there. If we can show the Most High we're responsible with the little that He give us, He gonna give us a bigger responsibility in the kingdom to rule over the other nations.
That's
with
right.
a rod of iron, putting our enemies into captivity. Finish that out.
Verse 28. And I will give him the morning star. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches.
So we got to build on these talents and show the Most High that we're worthy to be a part of His kingdom and rule over our enemies and oppressors. Back to Matthew 25.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 22. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord.
So the servant that had 2 talents was able to increase and multiply his 2 talents, and he got a well done, good and faithful servant also. Now, let's see what happened to the servant with 1 talent and put his talent buried in the hole that didn't do nothing with it. Let's see what happened to that servant.
Verse 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is mine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reaped where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers, and then at my coming I should have received mine own with usury.
So if you don't do nothing with the talents that the Most High bless you with this information, then you are a wicked and slothful servant.
That's right.
And the Most High is not pleased with that. Just taking this knowledge for granted and not doing nothing with it.
That's right.
A lot of our friends and family members died in the Christian church not having this knowledge and information, knowing that the Bible is their history book. This is the most valuable thing in the world, more than riches. Wisdom is more valuable than gold.
That's right.
So you're a wicked, slothful servant if you don't do nothing with this information that the Most High blessed you with.
Come.
And what was his fate?
Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him, and give it unto him which hath 10 talents.
So take the talent from him and give it to the servant that was more worthy, that multiplied and end up with 10 talents. And
verse 29, for unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
So if you want to be the wicked of servant that hid his talent in the hole, then you're going to be thrown in the lake of fire where there's weeping and gnashing of teeth.
That's right.
This ain't no game playing with the Most High.
That's right.
Your salvation in jeopardy.
I see it.
Come on, let's go to Revelation chapter 3, verse 15 now.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 15.
Bring it out.
I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spool thee out of my mouth.
Oh, so hold it right there. So the Most High rather you not be cold, rather you be cold or hot, not lukewarm. You just can't be in the middle. I know I'm an Israelite, but I'm still going to do my thing in the world. That's acceptable with the Most High. Yeah, right, you can't be fence-sitting. Right, so either you're in this all the way or you're not part of this at all then. So you can't be no casual, part-time, seasonal work Israelite. Bring that out again.
This is the book of Revelations 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spool thee of my mouth. Verse 17, because thou sayest I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knoweth not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked.
All right, so that's all right there. So you can't be a lukewarm Israelite. Either you're part of this all the way or you're not.
That's right.
All right, 1 Corinthians 15:58.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 58. Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahawah. For as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in thy Elohim.
So we gotta be steadfast in this walk. It's not an easy walk. Obstacles and challenges will come upon us. We gotta be steadfast and unmovable. And what else is that?
That's it.
Right, so steadfast and be consistent doing this work. Like your regular 9-to-5 job. You don't just show up to your 9-to-5 job whenever you feel like it. You won't have a job at all then.
That's right.
So we gotta take this work serious at the Most High as we do working for our Master.
That's right.
That's right.
Sirach chapter
Wake 'em up, wake 'em up, Ak.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 15, verse 11.
Bring it out.
Say not thou, it is through the Lord that I fell away, for thou oughtest not to do things that he hateth.
So we can't use the Most High's excuse for falling off, for not being active, doing all we can that he enabled us to. We cannot use the Most High as an excuse. Verse 12.
Verse 12, say not thou that he caused me to err, for he hath no need of the sinful man.
So you got to take responsibility for yourself. If you want to keep these laws, statutes, commandments, and build them in the Lord, then it's on you. You can't use the Most High's excuse for not doing it then. So you got to determine what your priorities is. Is it making a place in Esau's kingdom or building a spot in Yahawah's kingdom?
That's right.
Sirach chapter 2, verse 1.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve thy Elohim, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
So when you come, set your heart before the Lord, be prepared for temptation. So the enemy does not want you out here teaching your people, so he's going to create all kinds of obstacles to keep you from doing the work of the Most High.
That's right.
So you got to prepare yourself for temptation. This is not easy work.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
Verse 3.
1 Corinthians
Cleave unto him
16.
and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased in thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
So whatever challenges or situation are brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Keep going.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
Okay.
For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Verse 6, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
So believe in the Most High, and he will help you.
That's right.
Verse 7, ye that fear thy Elohim, wait for his mercy, and go not aside.
Wait, so wait for his mercy and go not aside. Not go back into the world then. Wait on the Most High and be patient and let him work things out for you.
Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall. Ye that fear thy Elohim, believe him, and your reward shall not fall. Fail.
Praise. So fear the Most High, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. The Most High, you deliver on your end, the Most High will deliver on his end.
That's right.
This kingdom.
That's right.
Let's go to 1 Corinthians 9:16-17. Okay, got it? Yeah, I got it. All right, bring it out.
All right, 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 16.
Bring it out.
For thou I preach the gospel. I have nothing to glory of, for necessity is laid upon me. Yea, woe is unto me if I preach not the gospel.
So woe unto me if I preach not this gospel. So destruction is what happened to me if I did not do this work then.
That's right.
So this is life or death. You gotta be serious about this walk. Can't play games with the Most High. Woe unto me if I preach not this gospel. Verse 17.
Verse 17. For if I do this thing willingly, I have a reward.
So if I do this willingly, joyfully, I will have a reward.
That's right.
For I do this thing willingly, I have a reward. But if against my will, a dispensation of the gospel is committed unto me.
That's a good one.
So the Most High has given us the responsibility to do this work. So we're walking away from doing this work. We are walking away from the Most High, walking away from our responsibilities.
That's right.
It's not cool at all. Last, I want to finish with Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Someone pull that out real quick. Ecclesiastes 12, 13.
Coming.
12, 13. Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
That's right.
That's right. Hallelujah.
God. Does anybody else have anything to bring out?
That was amazing.